I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Reset. 19. 51. You.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And an alley to run. There goes Duke Johnson. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, 75 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Check. Hey, alert 33. 80 weapon. Hurry.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Even with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check. Lucky.
Back to throw here. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards that time.
Check.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Well, they go play fake.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Let me know right now. You better bring.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Anything moves, we hit it.
3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike 41. We've got a wedge there.
Mayfield to throw it. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Angelo Blackson drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. DeAndre Carter is deep for the Texans. Here comes Carter. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Looking for his tight end, fouls, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Play fake. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated. And the pressure gets to him again. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Real. 61, matchbox lights. Hey, wahoo! I got it!
3rd and long for Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Whitney Merciless picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Buying time to his left. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. On first down, Watson.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Dance, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Third and long, it's Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Larry Ogunjobi, that's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the
fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On first and 10, Watson. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. On second down, it's Johnson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Now it's Watson, and the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett, and that will force a turnover on downs. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Give me that ball.
Mayfield now from the 50. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Blue draw quarters.
Big ass. Check 43.
From the gun, Mayfield steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Texans scoop it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Check 53's Mike.
Hey, 31.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Bring it. 53's the Mike.
Watson on first down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Man out. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Throwing again is Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
We're set. 19.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
From the red zone now, Watson. Forced out to his left. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Kings, Kings, Kings! Let's go!
Throwing, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Let's go, D.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Rashard Higgins, 75 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards on that one and also a Texan 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that's going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. To throw is Watson. Looking for his tight end, fouls, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch the slant.
Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 35. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 67 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 5.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Watson now, throwing on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. On first down, it's Watson. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Open man, the tight end fails. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson being chased out left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Landry, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
180!
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 39 yards there, a big one. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Mayfield now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. The throw over the middle taken in. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 51. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Watson off play action. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 9-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check number 6. Check number 6. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Watch that.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Because it's 3rd down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. We're here on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
My team!
51 to Mike. Night, sweetheart.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now Watson. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller in the final minute, and the Texans have retaken the lead. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2.
5 down. Stand up in. Switch it. Let's go. Come on.
9.
3 to Mike.
Watson dancing to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Mayfield now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. This defense so strong all afternoon long, well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
Hey, alert!
Mayfield. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Check 50. Wide, get wide.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Going deep here for Stills. And that's caught inside the 35.
That's it, baby.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, You get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.
Got 16 second in the leg. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them.